Live at TFNN, The Money Masters. And now, your Money Masters, Tom O'Brien and Steve Rhodes.
Welcome, folks. This is Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. We do appreciate you being with us each and every day. Market-wise out here, we have the Dow up 65, Nasdaq up 26, S&P's up 10, gold's up 960. You have silver up 33 cents, light sweet crude's up $1.28, bonds are down a point, dollar index down 68 ticks, doing a B2C and ABC up.
I like your screen. I see a lot of green out there right now.
Look at that, man.
Being long, I like that look.
No, that full moon came in blooming, man.
Big time.
It came in blooming. And you know it's amazing too when you think about it. The whole world basically was downtown. The red was dramatic.
Yeah, everywhere.
Everywhere, no doubt, and just stopped right in its tracks.
Yeah. It's I don't know why, but just like I don't know how electricity works. I don't know how it works.
Right.
And I don't really know why it works. What we talk about is just simply the probability aspect of it.
It is. It absolutely is. And the probability is on your side.
It is.
Because the pattern was on your side, the volume was on your side, and then, ow!
Yeah.
Ow, ow, ow! We had the howling.
Yeah. In the first show I was talking about, because it's always nice is really to learn from your experiences. And when I go back and take a look at, so many decisions that I've made, the worst ones that I ever made was letting fear get the better of me.
That's right.
And yesterday, when you decide that what you're really going to do is you're going to sell into strength,
right,
and you're going to really buy into weakness.
Right.
People talk about that, right? When you really decide that you're going to do that, look, even though I can say that, I still know the fear associated with doing it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But when I go back and I say, look, the worst decisions I ever made was not standing up and being strong and taking it, and then you put that money management piece of it, the 1% piece that I use, it becomes a lot easier because you're not risking your entire fortune. Okay, and when you put that probability piece of it, it allows you to take the trade, put your stops in, even your target price, and walk away.
It's huge, man. And folks,
which is so empowering.
And folks, what Steve's talking about, okay, and this is the last part of it, of course, was the money management part. Because I can tell you flat out, over the last 30 years, I've bought into fear plenty of times, right?
Yeah.
I've bought houses, cars, you name it, okay?
Yes.
On doing it, right?
Yes.
Now, I've lost, too.
Yes.
But because I didn't go over my head, okay, it's a different ball game. Now, what happens when you lose, folks, okay, is this. Let's picture, and I'm a plunger, okay? But as a plunger still, I make sure that I have plenty of money to trade, always, okay? Because that's my business, right?
Yes.
So what ends up happening is that if it's a good loss, right, it's like, it takes a little, do you know what I mean? It might, it might take me, some of them an hour or two, others a day or two, do you know what I mean? Come out of it.
No, absolutely.
But the reality is that it's real.
Yeah.
And one of the keys, though, folks, is this: is that what I have seen, which is a bummer, is that you absolutely cannot keep parlaying money all the way up. Okay.
Right.
And this is what it is, because what you want to do, if you're in the money making business, you're in the trading business, your key is to take money out and do what you want with it.
Yeah.
Because if you did it once, you can do it again.
Absolutely.
And that's where I have seen people lose it. Meaning that they'll parlay $100,000 up to 1.2 million, and then they can get it to 2 million. You can't go on. You can go on a streak for a long time, but you can't go on a streak like that.
That's right. No, absolutely.
And mathematically, it's impossible.
That's right. Exactly. And the thing about the money management game, and getting over the fear is to realize that part of it is having lost. Because you're not going to have a streak where you're always going to have wins, or you're not going to have a streak where you're always having losses.
Right.
But if you use that probability money management piece of it, and you don't get over your head, like you say, risking 1%, and trading the right vehicles, it really is an empowering thing. And once people, I understand the fear, but so saying like yesterday. Look, yesterday, I'm out over the weekend putting together the newsletters, taking a look at everything, knowing that we're coming into a full moon, picking out buy points for folks and sending it out. In many cases, the newsletter is done well before the markets have opened worldwide. All I did yesterday, I just held it back just for a little bit, just to take, and in some cases, I actually moved our buy points down. But what was really, was really bad about that was the original buy points came right in within a penny or whatever, you know. But yeah, no, absolutely, no, for sure. But it is a and when you take a look at the technology and really everything
the technology is amazing.
What blows my mind really is everything that you've really created and invested for everybody, for all of us.
Right.
You know, and such empowering tools out there that, you know, it's really great for people to take advantage of it.
No, it is. It is. And what you have, folks, particularly what you hear from Steve on a continual basis, I'm telling you, if you put this money management piece in it, okay, it's a different animal. And remember that on the way up, that, you know, profits don't run forever either. Do something with them, man. Do, you know, because what I've learned, if you do something with them, right, then, you know, bottom line is that you're going to go right at it again. And what ends up happening, the fear goes, you know, what ends up happening is that you actually get elated. One of the differences are is that when everyone's fearful, it's like, oh baby, here we come, man.
No, you know, and you're absolutely making a great point, because, you know, because there's a lot of work involved here, and you always have to reward yourself, you know, for the risk, for the hard work that you put into it. And what I'd like people to actually do is, you know, either think about, you know, what's one of their, maybe a dream car or their dream day.
Yes, exactly.
And like their dream car, you
absolutely.
know, there's folks, you know, that are saying, you know, God, I'd love to drive a Rolls or a Ferrari or what have you, or maybe I'd like to own one. Well, folks, you can go out and you can rent one of those for a few $100 a day.
Sure.
So, you know, you can actually live that dream.
Yeah. Right.
And what's really cool, because I talk about visualization, you go do that, and you go do that for a day, and you talk about the empowerment, and you come back in the trading, you know, pretty soon you will be owning, you know, that vehicle, or you'll do a week, or what have you, you know, but you've got to treat yourself.
You do.
You know, to something like that.
And then you got to go spend it, because then you don't have it anymore. So
that's
you got
right.
to go make it.
That's exactly.
See, that's what I like to do.
No, absolutely.
I said, that's it, man. I'm spending it. I'm gonna go do it, because then I got to go make it again.
Yeah. No. When I was running the computer company, what I enjoyed best about our salespeople, the successful salespeople, is when they went out and bought Porsches, they went out and bought something else, because they're like, oh, that's good, because they're motivated. Because they got some nice bills. So,
you know, last night, Patriots in Miami, right?
Yeah.
Brady, both quarterbacks were amazing.
Yes.
I mean, there's no doubt about it, right?
Absolutely.
Now, afterwards, right, and this is where, folks, you can always get something out of real winners, okay? There's no two ways about it. After the game, Brady, right? There was a quote, and what a quote this was, right? So first the commentators were talking about Brady. He never wants to be out. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter where he's in. He wants to be in, right?
Yeah.
And then they asked him. They said, "Well, listen, you know, what is the best part of this game, you know, that you like?"
Yeah.
He says, "I like getting prepared for it." And he said, "This is why, folks. Now check this out. Now I brought this into the marketplace, okay, because this is really cool." He says, "Every team is different." And he says, we tackle every team in a different way.
Yeah.
And he says, I love that whole deal. Now, that brought me to every market's a little different, too.
Yeah.
And that's what you want to be working on. How do you attack the different markets that we're in?
Yeah.
You know, and it was really cool, man. I says, oh, this is interesting, man. Do you know what I mean?
So by different markets, you're talking about the volatility of the market, or what?
Specifically, what I'm talking about, which hit me, okay, is that I thrive in markets like this, volatility up and down, right?
Yeah.
I got killed in the market, just went totally up. So that's what I learned out of what he said.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? I says, okay,
cool.
Man. I says, keep that in your thought process, man.
Yeah.
Because that was, you know what I mean? What market are you in? Know what market you're in. And if you can identify that, then it's like, okay, man, I'm in this type of market, and you know, we can deal with it.
I am totally on board with that. Absolutely.
Yeah. So what a quote, though, right?
No,
and that it was his. And this is where it goes too. And it's the preparation. It's not the game. Once you get in the game, it's the preparation you did, whether you're going to come in and make money or not make money.
Yeah.
You know?
No. It is. And really, when you take a look at that. Preparation. You know, preparation takes a lot of time. You know how much time you put into the gold report, into market insights. You know, we know how much time Basil puts into, you know, his newsletter, Larry, you know, and myself. I mean, we all put a lot of time into that. That's all that preparation time. So we allow, you know, different customers out there to take advantage of that. That's where I talked about the 10,000 hours. You know, it takes 10,000 hours in order, you know, in the case of Brady's, you know, you take a look at all the time that he's put in.
You know, to playing football. Man, he stays in that pocket.
No, great University of Michigan quarterback.
Is that what? That's awesome. That's great, man. I mean, I met him
Oh, did you?
Right?
Cool.
This is the first year, and this is amazing. Angie and I, we're coming into Boston. He's coming at the exact same time. We're both getting our car outside, man. He had just got drafted,
cool.
right?
Oh, that's cool. That's
and
cool.
he was by himself.
Yeah.
By himself, and I saw him dealing with the bell cap, man. I could just tell he was a great guy. I mean, it was interesting, you know, when you see someone dealing with someone else in public, in particular, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I said, oh, look at this, Angie. I says, this is the guy. I didn't,
Yeah.
So we were right next to each other like this. I says,
Cool.
well, watch how he's dealing with this guy, though.
Yeah.
It was really, it was cool, man.
That's good.
It really was.
That's very good.
And of course, he's just amazing to watch.
Yeah.
You know what I loved? I wish that Monday Night Football was always at 7:15.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah. I'm an early bird, so that was great for me. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And that was just last night, though, because they had a doubleheader, right?
Yes, yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think that was the deal. And you know, what was also interesting was they had the debate. GOP debate,
okay, right.
Which it was here in Tampa.
It was here in Tampa, I know.
You know, we're not paying attention to the local politics. But what was kind of interesting about that was that it was hosted by CNN.
Yes.
You know, kind of considered a left of center.
Yeah, right.
You know,
with the Tea Party.
Yeah. It was really it was cool.
Well, and
if you looked at any of the people there, you know, as far as calling them, gun toting, what have you, everybody looked pretty good to me.
Yeah. Well, you know, that Jobs bill's dead on arrival, man. I mean, there's no doubt about it. I guess this is a political statement, but it seems like they're all out of their mind. That's a tax bill instead of a Jobs bill. I mean, anyway.
No.
It seems it.
You know what I mean? I know. We've talked about it, and you've shared with me that your thoughts about like the payroll tax benefit, and that it could have not just to the employee but to you as the employer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
And the money that would save there and what you would do with that money. And my only thought process on that is that what's really needed is permanent tax, as opposed to temporary. I understand the temporary kickstart, but things that are really permanent. And I just simply go back to Christina Romer. Okay.
Yeah.
And she was on President Obama's team. Now, she and her husband did a study. I think she's a teacher a professor at Stanford. Okay. Okay, so, another left of center place.
Yeah.
She and her husband did the biggest study on the cost or benefits of taxes going up or down.
Yes.
And they proved that for every tax dollar that's reduced, there's $3 more that are put into the economy.
Yeah.
So here's a person coming from that side. It's not coming from, let's say, the right side.
Listen,
and that's why I like the permanency as opposed to just a temporary.
Well, you know where my head went? And this, folks, I go up, down, and all around on this stuff on a continual basis. My head this morning, flat out, I says, you know what? Which I know, it's us against them, meaning the government.
Oh, totally.
And I want less spending. And that's I just said, that's it. Because you know what? Every dollar we give them, okay?
Yeah.
They're all my buddies, and they're going to have these so-called jobs, and forget it, man.
No, absolutely.
I'm done.
I agree.
I'm done with the whole deal.
I agree.
Let's cut to the bone. This is Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. We're going to be coming right back, folks.
X-Story Gold Mines, an NYSE Amex-listed company trading under the symbol XG, is slated to be the newest gold-silver producer in Argentina. X-Story is forecast to produce more than $250 million in bullion annually, beginning in 2013, at a cash cost of less than $200 for each ounce of gold produced. That forecast will make X-Story one of the highest margin operators in South America and a sector leader in the mining industry. X-Story has $50 million in its treasury, having spent over $60 million to date on drilling and engineering. The ultimate size of its Argentina discovery could be determined by year-end, as results from the 6 drills operating at the site are fully assessed. To find out more about X-Story Gold Mines and their exciting growth potential, click on their banner on the front page of TFNN.com or check them out on the NYSE Amex under the symbol XG.
TFNN is proud to bring you the cutting edge of newsletters. Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks. Ken is a top-down investor who lets price and volume in the major stock indices tell him when to be in the market and when to be out. By using his unique blend of fundamental and technical analysis, Ken will protect your hard-earned capital while realizing breakout gains. Go to TFNN.com today. Click Investments Newsletters and get Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks free for 2 weeks.
Is the fast-moving investment world challenging the way you think about managing risk and return? You don't have to go it alone. Directions Alternative Strategy Funds feature built-in tactical management to help you find clarity for the path ahead. Direction Funds. I'm with X. To learn more about Directions Alternative Strategy Funds, please visit TFNN.com and click on the Direction Funds banner or call 877-434-9363. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction Funds carefully before investing. The prospectus contains this and other information about Direction Funds. The prospectus should be read carefully before investing. To obtain a prospectus, go to directionfunds.com. Investing in index funds may be more volatile than investing in broadly diversified funds. The use of leverage by a mutual fund increases the risk to the fund. The more a fund invests in leverage instruments, the more leverage will magnify gains or losses on those investments. Distributed by Rafferty Capital Markets, LLC. Looking for some extra cash to help pay off some of your bills? Let Tiger Metal Exchange convert your unwanted jewelry to cash. We pay out 80% of the market price for gold. Our payouts are the highest in the industry, more than double our largest competitors. And we've created the safest, easiest, and most straightforward process for converting your jewelry to cash. Log on to TigerMetalExchange.com and get your free scale, your free eye loop, and get the cash you deserve now. We provide a free online calculator that converts your jewelry to cash at up-to-the-minute spot prices. We insure your items for up to $75,000 per shipment free of charge. We videotape the entire valuation process so that you can view it online. You can call us toll-free at 866-618-8888 or log on to TigerMetalExchange.com. Let Tiger Metal Exchange put more cash in your pocket without ever leaving the comfort of your home. Join the list of thousands of satisfied customers and go to TigerMetalExchange.com. It's the only click you need to make.
TFNN introduces Tiger TV. Tiger TV brings you video content to help you succeed in the financial markets and beyond. Investors and traders can get in-depth information, news, commentary, and education for investing and trading equities, options, commodities, forex, futures, and more. Just go to TFNN.com and click Tiger TV and select your favorite channel from the carousel on the left. Grab a popcorn and get ready for Tiger TV, a great new service from TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by Great Panther Silver. For more information, just click the Great Panther Silver banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. This is Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. We have the, the Dow's up 33, NASDAQ's up 22, S&P's are up 7, gold's up 280.
Look at that DAX. DAX is a moon lover.
Is she? Oh, that's it. DAX. What is that? Let me see what numbers-wise here. We're up 2.7%. Yeah. So we go in there. We look at that DAX. Yeah. I mean, she's
back inside that, inside at least that 3 drive range,
that's right.
if you will.
That's right. The spread is huge, man. 49.69 up to 52.
Yeah.
20. That's a spread.
Yeah.
You get $30 plus 200. You're talking big money here.
Absolutely.
And you can see, bottom line is that, let's see here.
What was interesting, and I'm going to have to go back and take a little bit, more of a look at it, but I had happened to pull up the Nikkei. The Nikkei looks like it also made a 3 drive,
yes.
To the bottom.
Yes.
As well. So, look at that chart.
Yeah.
Pretty amazing.
The Nikkei was up $80 last night, folks. Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah. Now, in Shanghai, were they on holiday, or were they actually down 800 points?
Shanghai was open. No, Hang Seng was closed.
Hang Seng was closed. Okay. Yeah. Hang Seng was closed. Okay.
And this is where this gets confusing, folks. Yeah. Last night, what you had is this. If you're watching, whether it's Bloomberg or CNBC or CNBC overnight, both of them had the Hang Seng being down, the $830.
Right,
that was the night before, folks.
Yeah.
And if you can see, if you're watching Tiger TV, all it's doing really is doing the same thing.
Yeah, just testing that.
It's coming into the lows with lighter volume. So I suspect you're going to see a bounce out of all of these babies. The dollar. So let's talk about the dollar for a little. This baby, folks. Okay, this is going to be I suspect going to be the news story for quite a while. The reason being is that, number one, no one's going to believe the dollar wants to get a lot higher, and what it's doing right now, and it's basically confirming what Steve and I are expecting, which is an ABC structure on the way up.
Yeah.
It did the 100% move or move.
Yeah.
You're pulling back today with 24,000 contracts. You're going into 56,000.
Yeah.
And what happens with the dollar index, by the way, folks, is this. Most of the volume is already done in it. You know, the dollar index moves.
Yeah.
The first couple hours is all the whole move in it.
Yeah.
You know, we'll get another 10,000 contracts. But that's from now until 4:15 this afternoon.
Right. Now, what do you think that's going to pull all the way back to $75 range, or?
I think you got it can go right to the top of that in a heartbeat. That's 76.11.
Okay.
But I can't really deviate.
Which would only be a slight, which would only be about a 0.382 retracement.
Yeah. No.
Too. So so which would just give even more strength.
It would.
You know, and the next move up, if that's all it pulls back to and takes off from there.
That's right. That's right. And what you
being
want
long gold of the market's not would not be a pleasant thing.
What you want to do is you want to correlate that flat out to, let's go over to the bonds right now. So if we look at the bonds, because these correlations, folks, have been flat out direct, okay? So yesterday, if you look at the 30-year bond, what we did is this. You went into the high. We got into that. So check that out. That tested with 248,000 contracts versus 400,000 contracts versus 460.
Yeah, that's a nice test.
It is. And so, but on the other side, coming back the other way, it's going to be hard for the bond to break down the 132 level.
Yeah.
So it is.
Which would say strengthen the dollar. You know, weakness in the commodities, weakness in the in the markets, and moving back into the bonds, moving up to even higher levels, which is even more amazing. But he's even setting up an even better longer term. You know, which is really wild.
Really is. I mean, these correlations, folks. Once you wrap your head around them, brings your probability up a lot more.
Yeah.
Because when they're all in harmony, which that doesn't happen all the time. There's no, pay attention to it. That's the real bottom line.
Yeah, for sure.
So we get some action.
Yeah. Now, what about gold? Gold or silver was kind of interesting because I was looking at silver, and I've been following this trend line. Now, the trend line here, folks, I'm really just going back to the July 1st time frame. And what was really wild was as the market was pulling back yesterday, how silver went ahead and still held that trend line. It just keeps inching its way back. It looks like it maybe wants to try to get in the $46, or at least just the top of this range. Back up to 44. But we keep making a little bit higher lows and a little bit higher highs.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. Gold, even with silver, it'd be the same way.
Yeah.
Gold absolutely is going to need more contracts to get to lower price. What I believe you have going on here also, though, is this. So, my take is we're going to 1,700. Okay.
Yeah.
And it could be a lot worse than that. But what you also have happening with gold, and this is where it gets really dangerous, is that most people that buy gold, you and I, we don't mind it moving $50, $60 a day.
Yeah.
Most people that buy gold, that's a lot. They're not buying gold to have gold move $100 a day.
Sure.
Because if they believe the rap, buy gold because it's safe.
Yeah.
It's like, what just happened? I'm up and down $100.
Oh no, absolutely.
That is a danger point in gold right now.
Yeah, absolutely, no question.
So
no question.
It's, we'll see where it shakes out. You stay right there, folks. This is Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. We have the Dow up 32, Nasdaq up 24, S&P's up 7. And, of course, don't forget, Steve's going to be with you for the next hour. Then we're going to Don Kaufman, Ken Shreve, and I'll be back.
Hi, folks. This is Tom O'Brien. If you want to get great trade setups in the equity as well as the option market, come over to TFNN.com and test drive my daily newsletter, Market Insights, for 2 weeks absolutely free. Each trade setup comes with a profit projection as well as stop placement. Included in Market Insights is a Twitter alert service. This allows you to take advantage of intraday setups. Volatility is back in the markets. What does that mean to you? To me, it spells short-term opportunity each and every day. The days of trending up on lighter volume are gone. We have come off the highs with volume across the globe. Don't get caught in a complacency trap. Many of the indices have given back 2 months of trading in 1 week. We have a trader's market. You can take advantage of this trader's market by test driving my daily newsletter, Market Insights, free for 2 weeks. Market Insights will give you the edge you're looking for in the markets. Go to TFNN.com under newsletter. Hit the Market Insight tab for your 2-week free test drive right here, right now.
Tom O'Brien's weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, gives traders, investors, and money managers a thorough strategy for trading the gold market. If you're an investor in gold or any of the gold mining equities, this newsletter is an essential tool that can help you become a better trader in the gold market. The Gold Report comes out every Monday with complete coverage of the entire gold market, including the XAU, HUI, the dollar, the bond, the rand, more than 40 different mining equities, as well as some of the most popular precious metal ETFs, including the GDX and the SLV. For as low as $75 per month, you can gain access to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report that will help you take advantage of investment opportunities at the current historic gold price levels. To order your Gold Report today with a free 30-day trial subscription, log on to tfnn.com or call our office directly at 877-518-9190.
What type of investor are you? Conservative, moderate, or aggressive? No matter your investor personality, your overall portfolio should reflect your financial goals, time horizon, and your risk tolerance. Help ensure your portfolio is appropriately invested with an asset allocation plan from Morgan Stanley Smith Barney. Simply picking the right stocks is not enough. Research has shown that choosing the right proportion of stocks, bonds, and cash is essential to the success of your long-term investments. Morgan Stanley Smith Barney believes a carefully selected portfolio can lower your volatility and increase investment return potential. Find out about what asset allocation and a Morgan Stanley Smith Barney financial advisor can do for you. Call Angelo O'Brien, financial advisor and certified financial planner of the Clearwater, Florida branch at 727-441-6108 today to discuss your personal financial needs. Asset allocation does not assure a profit or protect against loss in declining financial markets. Investments and services are offered through Morgan Stanley Smith Barney, LLC. Member SIPC.
Studies show that 10,000 hours is what it takes to achieve outstanding results, unless you use the power of leverage. The power of leverage, folks, is key to attaining outstanding success in your trading and investing. I'm Steve Rhodes, co-host of The Money Masters with Tom O'Brien, seen daily at tfnn.com, and author of Mastering Probability, a daily trading and investment newsletter. Let me take your trading to a new level, a whole new level. Let me teach you the secrets that the real money masters use each and every day to produce consistent financial results. On top of that, I'll transform your life in ways you never thought imaginable. You'll overcome hurdles like an Olympian. Here's the beauty. I'm so certain that I'll transform your life. I'm giving you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Time, folks. Something you'll never get back. The time is now to take action. Go to the homepage of tfnn.com and order Mastering Probability. It'll change your life forever.
This segment is brought to you by Great Panther Silver. For more information, just click the Great Panther Silver banner on the front page of tfnn.com.
Welcome back, folks. We have the Dow right now up 5, Nasdaq up 17, S&P's up 4. Don't forget, folks, at TFNN, we broadcast live Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Time, 3 to 6. You can get all that, of course, at TFNN. You can get it at Tiger TV. You can get it on all mobile devices. You know, we talk a lot about money management, and, you know, you have controllable risk.
Yes, absolutely.
And you have uncontrollable risk. Now, uncontrollable risk, of course, in the marketplace would be that you put a stop in, folks, okay, and the market gaps up or gaps down.
Absolutely.
And that's why Steve, on a continual basis, is saying, okay, you should only have 1% of your capital inside a trade because
maybe instead of ends up taking instead of 1%, maybe it's 2%.
That's right. But you're not going to get killed.
No,
right?
Absolutely. That's right.
So check this out, folks. You know that when we talk probabilities and you talk markets and you talk money management, who would be the best in the world?
Yeah, absolutely. The casinos.
Las Vegas, book Vegas, folks.
Right.
Okay. Bottom line is that that's their business. That's their business on a continual basis to make sure they're making a book.
Big time.
Well,
you talk about guys that are math probability oriented.
Big time.
Huh?
Huge.
Yeah.
Huge. And now, so check this out, folks. Of course, we just had Saturday college football start. Well, they had some uncontrollable risk this past Saturday. Now, This is what it was. So this is pretty wild, folks. You had the game between Utah and Southern California on Saturday ended with a 17-14 in favor of USC. Now, what happened is that on the last play,
I think USC had an interception or something.
And Utah scored.
Yeah.
And there was a penalty, however, okay? So what ended up happening is that Utah scored, there was a penalty on the field, and they brought it back and said, nope, okay, bottom line is that the Trojans won.
Yeah.
Right? Well, what happened? So, everyone's in Vegas. They bet on the game. They got their money.
Yes.
Well, 2 hours after that, okay, the conference come out and said, hey, hold it. The bottom line, and in fact, they didn't do this 2 hours after. They did it when the game was there, but there's a miscommunication between the officials and the press, okay?
Yes.
So for 2 hours out there, they thought that the Trojans won.
Yeah.
The conference said, hey, hold it. You can't assign a penalty. The game was over. You can put it to the next game.
Yeah.
Bottom line, folks, Vegas had to pay both sides of the bet.
Yeah, you wonder what happened to the folks that didn't cash in their ticket.
Yeah,
they were history in that 2 hour time frame.
I bet that's their problem. They wouldn't get paid. They wouldn't get paid. No way, because the first one shouldn't have got paid.
Yeah,
first one shouldn't have got paid.
Oh, wow!
Isn't that wild?
It is. Absolutely.
And of course, that's uncontrollable risk, folks. So there you go.
Which happens, and in the markets, if you take a look at over your trading career,
it's not a lot.
It's a small percentage, really a small percentage of the time.
Right.
And it depends really on what it is that you're trading.
That's right.
If you're, if you're trading individual stocks, you have more of a chance. That's right. You got more of a chance. If you're trading ETFs that are tied to, gold, silver, currencies, or what have you, you've got, or the foreign markets, you've got more of a chance.
Sure.
And if you're trading the basket of ETFs, you've got less of a chance.
That's right.
And it just really depends on how tight your stops are also as well, what type of trader that you are.
Oh, big time.
But, so anyways, yeah.
Isn't that wild?
But that one is wild. That one is for sure wild.
Let's go to Rick in British Columbia. Hey, Rick, what's going on?
Not too much there, Tom. How you guys doing?
We're doing great, man.
Hey, it's too bad, I don't know if you can find your clips, but I remember when gold was around 300 or 330 or whatever.
Yes.
I don't know if you were joking or serious, but you said, when people are starting to sell their gold at street corners, then we're going to give them all we have.
Yeah, I know.
Well, we're not quite to that point yet, but I know I sold some placer gold. I got about 1150, 1160 a year and a half ago, whenever it was there. And I was pretty ecstatic because when I mined it, it was at 450, and then it went all the way to 250.
Yeah.
Sure.
But
hey, Rick,
so
hold on through the break here, Rick. We're just about to go to break. Folks, we'll be right back. 877-927-6648.
TFNN is proud to bring you the cutting edge of newsletters. Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks. Ken is a top-down investor who lets price and volume in the major stock indices tell him when to be in the market and when to be out. By using his unique blend of fundamental and technical analysis, Ken will protect your hard-earned capital while realizing breakout gains. Go to TFNN.com today. Click Investments Newsletters and get Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks free for 2 weeks.
Studies show that 10,000 hours is what it takes to achieve outstanding results, unless you use the power of leverage. The power of leverage, folks, is key to attaining outstanding success in your trading and investing. I'm Steve Rhodes, co-host of The Money Masters with Tom O'Brien, seen daily at TFNN.com, and author of Mastering Probability, a daily trading and investment newsletter. Let me take your trading to a new level, a whole new level. Let me teach you the secrets that the real money masters use each and every day to produce consistent financial results. On top of that, I'll transform your life in ways you never thought imaginable. You'll overcome hurdles like an Olympian. Here's the beauty. I'm so certain that I'll transform your life. I'm giving you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Time, folks. Something you'll never get back. The time is now to take action. Go to the homepage of TFNN.com and order Mastering Probability. It'll change your life forever.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, we pay you more for converting your jewelry to cash.
Let's go to Brian in New Jersey. Hey, Brian, what's going on?
Hey, Tom, just want to let you know I did give you some jewelry. My jeweler offered me about $650. I should get a check in the mail tomorrow for about $1,200.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, it's all about honesty when converting your jewelry to cash.
Okay, let's go to Paul in Florida first. Hey, Paul, what's going on?
I want to commend you on the Tiger Metal Exchange. I just did a deal with you guys the other day.
Oh, good.
And very happy.
Well, I appreciate it. Now, did you sell us jewelry or did you buy coins off us?
Yeah, I sold you jewelry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
What we weighted at was less than you guys said, so, you know, you're totally honest.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, we give you the tools to value your gold, and it's absolutely free. Call 866-618-8888 or log on to TigerMetalExchange.com. We've created the easiest, safest, and most honest cash for gold process. Tiger Metal Exchange. It's the only call you need to make.
TFNN introduces Tiger TV. Tiger TV brings you video content to help you succeed in the financial markets and beyond. Investors and traders can get in-depth information, news, commentary, and education for investing and trading equities, options, commodities, forex, futures, and more. Just go to TFNN.com and click Tiger TV and select your favorite channel from the carousel on the left. Grab a popcorn and get ready for Tiger TV, a great new service from TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by Crocodile Gold. For more information, just click the Crocodile Gold banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. You get the Dow up 8 right now, Nasdaq's up 18, S&Ps are up 5. You get gold up 780 at 1,820. We get silver up 33 cents. We have platinum is trading at 1805. We get our man Rick for British Columbia up.
Hey, so I was talking about street corner buying. We're not there yet, but are you starting to get, like here in BC, we've got 1, 2, or maybe even 3. I haven't really followed it too closely, but we've got people going into communities, renting a ballroom at a motel or hotel or whatever.
Right.
And, you know, they're paying $1,000 an ounce, and they got their solutions out for jewelry gold, saying, okay, you know, like 18 karat, 75% pure gold.
Yep.
Et cetera, et cetera. And I'm just curious, are you getting quite a bit of that going on down there?
We have for a long time. That's been going on for years. Yeah. You know, you see, you're driving by, you got people with signs spinning around on the street corners trying to get, you know, everybody in, and as well as folks renting out the hotel rooms, just like you're saying, and, you know, coming in for a weekend show, if you will, as well as the gold parties that people are throwing. And last week, Rick, we had a customer flew down from Chicago. She had already gone through a local jeweler, walked in there, you know, you know, the problem is that most folks don't really know what they have.
Right.
You know, don't know that, you know, that 18 karat is really 18/24 or 75%, like you said, so they don't really understand what they have, what it's actually worth, you know, from a scale standpoint, from a weight standpoint, and they go in there, what they know is that maybe they paid $300 for it 10 years ago, and now somebody's going to give them, you know, $1,000, but it might be worth
exactly right.
You might, and they're saying, hey, this is a good deal. Well, she went, you know, it was worth her time to fly down here, just spend a couple hours and go through everything that she had, because the first go around, you know, when she figured she probably really netted 30%.
Right.
You know, whereas we're paying out 80%.
And see, just like we were talking about right there, right? So they're paying, you know, $1,000, right? What ends up happening, folks, you know, is, Rick, they'll turn around and sell it back to us.
Right.
Okay?
Absolutely.
Because we're pushing $1,470 right now. Okay? That's so that's a
big risk. You know, 80% seems pretty good. Like what happened was, there was an older couple.
We're taking a risk even at 80, and we're just going to move it out because you're you know, the fluctuation during the day. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
Well, I went 2 weeks ago, and gold was at the highs around 1,900, and it was on a weekend. I said, you know, and I know placer miners around here,
sure.
And they're still placer mining, but when they come in, they're going to sell their gold. And so we did all the calculations, and we went down. They wouldn't buy his gold. They only, because it's placer gold, they'd only buy jewelry gold. But anyways, we calculated to 0.445 of an ounce, so it was just under an ounce.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And so there's a lady here, and I sold her a silver bar that I had bought off somebody, and now she's tripled her money since I sold it. But that's beside the point. She ended up buying the gold off of him, and I said, you know what? I think a fair, because both of them don't really. I said 2/3 the price of gold, so $12.50 an ounce is what he got, and he was happy.
Yeah.
Why just send it down to us?
And she's happy because I know both of them. What's that?
Send it down to us. We'll pay you more than that.
Well, 0.445. You know what? It was their gold. It was their gold.
That's all right.
And it was
no, I'm with you. I'm just saying, what ends up happening, it turns into huge money. We see it every day. Listen, I was at a time, this is a sick story. I was at a time, okay, and I know, you know, this family well, and they didn't even know I was in the business, and they came in and they blew their brains out with 30 or 40 grand, and I said to myself, oh my God, I says, I could have gave you 60 grand. They thought I was kidding, the business, folks, okay, if you're going to sell gold, let me tell you something. You better go to the Tiger Metal Exchange first and at least get a price, because the difference, you're not going to believe the difference. I mean, it's sick.
No, I got an email over the weekend from from a gal. It wasn't a lot, but she just simply said, look, I've gone to other places, and she didn't really know. She had heard about us through somebody else, but she said, the integrity. I can't believe that you're actually paying me what it really is worth. Thank God there's actually some honest people out there. And really the whole point there is that, Tiger Metal Exchange was created because of Tom, because of the vision that he had, and because of what he's got invested in everybody out there listening, and he didn't want people getting ripped off.
Right.
So we met and you said, hey, here's this business, and let's create this business model, and let's make sure that we take care, of our family, if you will, which is everybody that's out there, and then you guys can spread the word, and help take care of your friends and family. And business has been up. It's great. We get emails from folks every day.
Right. Yeah.
Just about how good the experience is.
Okay. Well, here's the biggest question then that the little guy's going to ask, and that is, when I ship it to you and it gets lost, what happens?
See, we insure it. So here's the cool thing. The way that we have it set up, Rick, is that you actually, once you log into our system and you identify what you think, what carat it is and how much it weighs. And once you've done that, it's going to give you an estimated value. As soon as you say, yes, this is what I'm going to send you, and you log off, there's an email that's sent to you with a shipping label. And it fully insures it for the total value that you've got.
Right.
Whether that's what it turns out to be or not, that way it's totally insured.
And we pay for that.
Yeah.
And that's huge. That's huge.
We pay for it.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, absolutely. And
I mean, that's the biggest thing on a little guy's mind when he ships it to you.
Oh, on anyone's mind. On our mind, too, believe me.
Yeah. And only once, and we do, it's the same thing when we're shipping gold and silver coins back and forth, we provide folks with insurance to be able to send their gold or silver to us. We provide them with a shipping label. And, it's $75,000 per shipment. So sometimes we have folks that are going to be sending more than that, and we'll break it up into a couple of shipments. And what's great is you can have FedEx come to your home and pick it up. So you never have to you never have to leave it.
Right.
You never have to leave the house.
Right.
And as soon as it gets,
if you got the time, Tom, I think you looked at the DAX yesterday, and we all know that. And I heard you're a little bit bullish here, but by the same token, when you looked at the DAX, you said, you know what, we could get a little bounce here, but that might not be over yet. I'm looking at General Electric. It doesn't look that healthy either, even though maybe on a weekly it's doing the test on slightly lighter volume.
Oh yeah, it said General Electric 16.
Yeah.
I mean, they're in trouble.
Big time. I mean, the way even on the weekly, the way that it came into that swing point on volume, it's got to get down and test the 1375 at a minimum.
Right.
So
you know what? It's really cool. The S&P and GE have it in the one monthly chart, and Basil's always said there's head and shoulders all over the place if you look close enough.
Yeah.
But there's one lined up there right now. That doesn't mean in the short term we don't get a little bounce like to 1575 or possibly even 16, but that'll still keep that shoulder in place. I just thought, so that lines up to what you just said, Steve.
Yeah.
So are you saying, is this a head and shoulders bottom you're talking with GE?
No, head and shoulders top over the last, I don't know, 15, 20 days. You got
the small, tiny one. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Okay, man. Have a great one. Have a safe
Rick.
one. If you have to take a look at GE's 16. Folks.
Absolutely.
GE, he wants to make it down to $8.30.
It does.
Toast them and roast them, baby. This is Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. We have the Dow up 20, Nasdaq's up 19, S&Ps are up 6. You got gold up 720, silver's up 33. We're going to be right back, folks.
If you're in the market for a jumbo preferred non-conforming loan anywhere from $417,000 all the way up to $3 million, and you have a FICO of at least 720, then Everbank is your answer. As a direct lender with processing, underwriting, and funding all under one roof, Everbank can offer the most competitive rates, greater efficiency, and shorter closing times. Now is the time to act. Everbank offers fixed terms of 10 and 15 years, as well as adjustable terms of 5, 7, and 10 years, including interest-only options on primary residences. For more information, call Everbank today at 877-471-5970 to talk with a member of their concierge team that will walk you through the variety of loans they offer. That's 877-471-5970, and let them know you heard this offer on TFNN. Everbank, 877-471-5970, 877-471-5970.
for some extra cash to help pay off some of your bills? Let Tiger Metal Exchange convert your unwanted jewelry to cash. We pay out 80% of the market price for gold. Our payouts are the highest in the industry, more than double our largest competitors. And we've created the safest, easiest, and most straightforward process for converting your jewelry to cash. Log on to TigerMetalExchange.com and get your free scale, your free eye loop, and get the cash you deserve now. We provide a free online calculator that converts your jewelry to cash at up-to-the-minute spot prices. We insure your items for up to $75,000 per shipment free of charge. We videotape the entire valuation process so that you can view it online. You can call us toll-free at 866-618-8888 or log on to TigerMetalExchange.com. Let Tiger Metal Exchange put more cash in your pocket without ever leaving the comfort of your home. Join the list of thousands of satisfied customers and go to TigerMetalExchange.com. It's the only click you need to make.
Would you like to discover the next great tech stock? David White, TFNN's technology guru, has just launched his new newsletter, The Technology Insider. In his newsletter, David will be looking for those shining stars that may turn into the next Apple, Microsoft, or Cisco. David combines his technology background as a software programmer with his market skills as a successful professional trader to give you this unique newsletter. We're on the verge of the next great tech run. With the Technology Insider, you'll be in front of the run-up and not lagging behind. David is developing a long-term investment portfolio, therefore we're only offering the Technology Insider as an annual subscription with a remarkable price of only $395. That's right, for a little over $1 a day, you'll receive the fundamental technology wisdom and technical trading skills of the Technology Insider David White. What are you waiting for? Go to the front of TFNN.com, click on the link on the front page, sign up for your 2-week free trial, and become a Technology Insider today. Great Basin Gold is a mining company engaged in the exploration and development of 2 emerging gold properties in Nevada and South Africa with a total resource base of more than 23 million gold ounces. Great Basin's Burnstone mine in South Africa opened in February of this year with a resource of 20 million gold ounces, becoming the first mine to open in the historic Witwatersrand Basin in the last 30 years. The Burnstone mine is projected to have a 25-year mine life and is fully financed with production anticipated to be over 250,000 ounces per year at a cash cost of only $450 per ounce. The Hollister mine in Nevada became fully integrated in the 4th quarter of 2010 with annual production estimates of 110,000 ounces of gold per year over the 8-year mine life at a cash cost of only $527 per ounce. Great Basin Gold is cash flow positive and trades on the Toronto and New York stock exchanges under the symbol GBG.
Hi folks, this is Tom O'Brien. My new book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, is for sale at Amazon.com for only $18.40. Welcome back, folks. We get the Dow flat right now. Nasdaq's up 12, S&Ps are up 3, gold's up 10, and of course, don't forget, folks, Mr. Steve Rhodes is going to stay with you for the next hour, 11 to 12. Then we're going to go to Chicago. Actually, we're going to Las Vegas because Don Kaufman is doing a workshop, and he's going to be finishing that workshop in Las Vegas.
Oh, cool.
And he's going to jump right on and do the show for all you tigers and tigresses out there from 12 to 1. And then we're going to go from Las Vegas out to California. Ken Shreve's is going to be on this afternoon, 3 to 4, and then we're going to come back to good old Tampa, Florida from 4 to 6.
You know, what an amazing town, Vegas is.
Oh, yeah, it is. It's amazing. I've seen it grow, of course, over the last 35, 40 years.
Yeah.
And it's amazing. Because when I was a kid, I'd always go out there and watch every fight.
Yeah, okay.
And
right.
I love craps, so I'd be out there, not a lot, but a couple times a year. And then, of course, all the shows are out there, meaning the Traders Expos are out there. And it's amazing what they did with the place. I mean,
from 1990 to about 1999, I was out there almost every other week.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
So you talk about watching a transition.
Right. And that's when the biggest transition was.
It absolutely was, because that's when they were going from, what stays in Vegas, if you will.
That's right. To a family deal.
To a family deal.
Yeah, right.
Right. And because I was in the theme park business, if you will, or the entertainment business, and that's where I had a product where I put your face on somebody else's body, turned those into magazine covers and movie posters. Now,
cool.
Most people would watch that stuff, and that was like a printing process.
Right.
I mean, a printing money process, because when you got the right location,
right.
We could do $1 million, $1.5 million, $2 million a year.
Right.
And all I really needed was about 100 square feet. Maybe a little kiosk that was like about 10 by 10 or something like that.
Yeah.
Now, what was cool was, you know, I was breaking into Vegas, you know, but it was still a very small town. I mean, really, when you took a look at the casinos, there were basically about 4 groups that really controlled what was going on, you know, because we weren't really interested in what was going on downtown.
Right.
Wanted to be up on the Strip.
Yes, exactly.
Now, I had to convince casino operators to give me space that was really on the floor where they could have put a slot machine, if you will. Okay. And a lot of the retail stores that were there, those were stores that went back years and years and years. In other words, there was like a grandfather clause.
Okay.
You know, now what I was able to do was I was able to, and just like anything in life, there's a trick to everything.
Right.
You know, and a trick to being able to break in that business, I had to go to Vegas every other week. They had to see me as if I was a local, even if I wasn't living there, in order to be able to. And so what I did was I really found out the patterns, because there's patterns to everything. So I found out the patterns of the executives.
That's so cool.
Because I knew who I was calling, and I knew where it was, which bars, in essence, that they were at. Now, typically, they were at the bars inside their own casino, because everybody had stuff that was comped.
Right. Right.
Whether it was dinners or what have you.
That's right.
So, you know, my day would start off early in the morning. Okay. And I just simply got to know these guys, even though I had made presentations to them.
Exactly.
Okay. And, you know, and it just took a while in order to be able to develop the relationship. It was a sincere relationship.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. And these were good guys. But, you know, you had to be able to gain someone's trust. Now, what was really cool was that I was always able to over-deliver.
Right.
You know, it's kind of how I've lived my life, you know, under-promise, over-deliver.
Right.
In this case here, I would actually have to, in essence, give them guarantees on a space.
Yes.
You know, it might be a couple $100,000, but I knew what it was that we could, it'd be like 30% of the gross or a minimum guarantee.
Yes.
And what was always so cool was that, you know, once we got one good location, it became easier to get many other locations.
Exactly.
But it was so hard to, you know, actually work yourself, you know, into that. But everything has a trick. The money, you know, the money game has a trick. Certainly breaking into something like that. It took a while.
I went to one of your stands.
I'll bet you did, baby. I'll bet you did.
I did. I know I did.
Most people, you know, between that product and my crystal product, I touched so many people's lives.
That's right.
You know, and it was entertainment. What was cool was people were there entertaining. Instantly, you had cosmetic surgery. If you could be Indiana Jones, you could,
everyone would look. I was Indiana Jones.
Yeah, that's okay, great.
No.
Yeah, absolutely.
That
was great. Absolutely.
Folks, you stay right there. Steve's going to be coming right back with you. Dow's down 6, Nasdaq's up 13, S&P's are up 2. Up, down, and all around, baby. Thanks for being here, folks.
See you in a few.
Yeah, I definitely did that.